So what is going on, people? Welcome to episode 68 of the Peterborough United Career Mode, the penultimate episode of the series, and well, the last episode of any Premier League action. If you haven't checked out the last few episodes, I implore you to do so, because there are spoilers ahead. But if we have a look at how things stand in the Premier League today, then we have 3 games left of the season. We are chasing down Man United, who we play first in this game today. But if they win their game in hand, I think... Okay, so we're the next game week. If they win their game in hand at all, then they are champions. They've still got us, City, Arsenal, and Forest to play. Okay, so 3... You know, they could lose, and they could be set up for an unlikely title charge, but yeah, unlikely is what it is at the moment. We sit in second, as you can see, level on points with Chelsea with a much healthier goal difference. 3 points clear of Liverpool and 4 points clear of Arsenal. So if things go wrong, we could still finish outside even, well, you could argue the top 6, but it's unlikely at this point. Spurs will clear in 7th. So yeah, the title charge just running out of steam this season, unfortunately. But in the next episode, we have, well, just a Champions League final to look forward to against PSG. Absolutely unbelievable scenes. Yeah, if you haven't seen the last episode, I implore you to do so. But this is what we have today. 3 play games to finish the Premier League season. We start with that trip to Old Trafford. We did beat United 6-0 in the league earlier this season, but we played them in the Cup and they battered us. We then have a home game against Forest and then an away day at Aston Villa to finish the season. Last season's away day at Aston Villa. Not too bad at all, was it? A bit of a barn burner. If you are looking forward to this episode, make sure you pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel. And while our team is looking the same as it was, Timber, no, not going to be back this season, so Marquinhos still in the side, Elias in the number 10 role, Vidal doing Vidal things. Yeah, it's looking good. But let's head to Old Trafford then and see if we can't maybe mount a late title charge. So this is how United line up for this crunch game. De Gea in goal, back four, Fosu-Mensah, captain Mengi, Carmo and Raum at the back, Pedri, Ugachukwu and Valverde in the middle with Anthony, Ramos and Sancho up top. Well, they've got Asensio on the bench. That's about it. That front 6 worries me. That back 4 definitely doesn't. Give it out. Garner tries to bend one, and he's found the back of the net. I was looking actually for the pass to Marquinhos, but it just opened up for him, and I thought, well, we'll try and find the far corner if we can. And that man has done it again. Just gets the shot off before Carmo can get the block in. De Gea stretching but never going to get there. And well, at the Stretford end, Garner has found the back of the net. And inside half an hour we lead, and maybe, just maybe, there is a chance that we could win this Premier League title this season. Sancho, Tanganga still with him, back to round to the edge. That's a lovely reverse pass, and Galaxy has got some explaining to do, because that was not hit at pace whatsoever. And really, that could have and should have easily been saved, to be perfectly honest. Really nice play. That reverse ball from Pedri. Absolutely superb. Caught me out. All ends up. But Ramos has the ball in the back of the net. But Galaxy, really poor from him. Conceding at his near post. It's not a well-hit shot. If he puts his arms out, he's going to save that. Disappointing to only be drawing at Old Trafford at half-time. That says so much about how far we've come in this series. On the edge to Pedri. Tries to get a block in. Does Jankovic, but gets the strike away. This young Spanish midfielder forces Galaxy into a save. They've actually taken Gonçalo Ramos off and brought on Pobega. Interestingly, maybe a reshuffle in terms of personnel or just a tactic. Oh my word, they've hit the bar. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Mengi is actually who's had the effort. Really unlucky. Just tried to guide it into that far top corner and was not far away at all. Had Galaxy beaten, all ends up. But for the woodwork, Garner into Vidal. There's a ball in the middle here, and it's going to try and find Elias if he can. Estrada tries to get his head on it, but is beaten to the ball by... Are they playing Pabega up front? They are as well. He's just like a focal point up front for them. A big lad, but round comes forward again. Tanganga hasn't got the better of him this time. Oh, it's quick moving, and it's nice. Pedri try to block the pass to Sancho. It's a strike from distance, but it's well held in the end from Galaxy. Into the final 25 minutes, we really haven't been able to muster anything in the second half. Although, Vidal could pick up on the loose ball here. He's got a channel to run into. Christian Vidal across the keeper. Oh, and it's wide of that far post. Elanga has got Gomez on the overlap, and Gomez is where he goes. Bursting forward is the Spaniard from fullback. Can we get this? Oh, my word. Elias needs to win that header to keep the pressure on. We do. Jankovic into Garner. Oh, can't get a strike away. Dispossesses his man and forces De Gea into the snap save. Really disappointed with his defenders there, De Gea, and it's kind of understandable why. Dispossessed in your own area is criminal. There goes the final whistle at Old Trafford. And well, we definitely can't catch them now, actually. We are 7 points adrift. And a point not good enough. They maintain their 7-point advantage. And Manchester United are champions. We had the better of the ball, but surprisingly in that game. They had the better of the chances. City beaten by Leicester. Wow. So yeah, title charge is over. I didn't even think about that ramification. But there we go. So if we look at the Premier League standings then, yeah, 7 points adrift. We cannot catch them. We're a point ahead of Liverpool. Chelsea have a game in hand, so actually could go above us. Disappointing, but an improvement on last season, so you can't complain too much. But still a couple of games left of the season to play. So let's fast forward now to the Forest game. For the final home game of the series then, this is how Forest line up. Bono in goal. Aydin Niakate for Fana and Baragi at the back. Tyrese Forner in there. Højbjerg and Veerman. Dennis, Moise Keane and Cabral up top. Surprised Tyrese Forner is still there, considering I know him from real life. I was on loan at Reading last season. Yeah, surprised he's in captain as well. But some familiar names in there. Højbjerg, I think, must be a new signing for them. But that front three, we've definitely played against for Forest before, and they've definitely caused us some problems. We've had some good games against Forest in this series for sure. They've beaten us, I know for a fact. Moise Keane causing us problems, and well, that 2-2 draw at their place last season with Saunders gave them the equal. That's a lovely turn from Joseph Garner, and he'll strike across goal. Nothing that Bono could do about that. Inside 5 minutes, we talk about the problems that Forest had given us, but they couldn't handle the problem of Joseph Garner. That turn, absolutely sweet. Just left Fofana for dead. Close control, absolutely on point. Bought himself the space and has rifled that one into the far corner. His 30th goal in the Premier League this season. Lovely ball from Marquinhos, and now Tanganga is on the overlap, and there's a space in there for Garner. And now the strike across goal, and a very similar goal to the one that he's just scored. But on the counter-attack, we make it 2 in a few minutes. Garner taking the plaudits of his crowd. He literally is one of the best strikers in the world. Arguably the best striker in the world on this game at this point. 93 overall. But again, nothing Bono could do as Garner finds the top corner. Niakate desperate to get back to him. But right under the... Even, I think, in just under... or off the bottom of the bar. Literally just clipped the bottom of the bar on its way over the line. 2-0 up inside 10 minutes. We're looking good to give this... this crowd a send-off for this final game. Garner could be in again, you know. And he's taking it around Niakate like he's not even there. And Joseph Garner, across the keeper, has a 14-minute hat-trick. Yes, this is an ultimate. We haven't changed it. Although, I'm watching series recently, and I'm finding that actually ultimate might not be the hardest difficulty on this game, if you do sliders and stuff. So, interesting to see. But, yeah, this is, well, the hardest preset difficulty, and it's certainly a step up, I think, from last year's game. And, yeah, I think we've just got such a good squad now that some of the games are becoming fairly easy, as they do on other difficulties. But 3-0 up inside quarter of an hour, and, well, Forest aren't helping themselves, are they, with passes like that? They're 8th in the league the last time we looked at the start of the episode, Forest. You'd think they'd be giving a better account of themselves, but apparently not. Falling asleep. But, yeah, defensively, Forest are absolutely all over the shop. Just leaving gaps left, right and centre. Keane into Cabral. Zabani tries to read it. He does that time, but Keane is there. Oh, and they do grab a goal. And, well, just as I criticised Forest defending, ours there really wasn't much better as Cabral goes to celebrate with his substitutes. A good initial block by Zabani. Unfortunately, it falls back to Keane. Little cutback. Disappointing that no one is actually tracking the run of Cabral there, but yeah, certainly an entertaining game, this one. 3-1 it is. Tries to buy a bit of space. He's got Nikate for company. And that's a lovely ball. Vidal will play this one more. And Garner is in behind. Again, he has 4. We have 4. Inside 40 minutes. This is just turning into an absolute rout. He wants to make sure that he maintains his more goals than appearances record. Even for this season, Joseph Garner. Started the season a little bit slow, but has well and truly come into his own towards the end of this season. Popped up with so many important goals, especially in the Champions League. Has absolutely shattered the Champions League top scorer record for a single season. And yeah, he comes up when we need him to most. 33 and 37 in the league this season. The way he's going, he could make up that record in this game as Cabral touches forward, but Tanganga just too much for him. Keane, and well, that's well tracked back by Estrada. Has done really well, actually, I think, since having to move into that central role. Garner, there's space out here. Although it was intention for Vidal, but Elias, oh, is that... He's given the penalty, the referee. Obviously, I can't hear anything, but all the players stopped. And, well, I was just about to get my shot away. It's Fofana who's come across. I don't think that's a penalty. He's just come across and won the ball there, but it's Vidal who's stepping up to take it. Is he our best penalty taker? I don't think Garner... Well, we could give it to Garner, but... Yeah, it looks like he's our best penalty taker. Right, Vidal can have it then. And we'll try and aim for this top corner if we can. Christian Vidal. And he's found the top corner absolutely perfectly. Nothing that Bono could do but stand there and just watch it fly into the top corner. Haven't had many penalties in this series. And, yeah, Vidal, even though he's only got 77 penalty taking, finished that with someone like who's got 99 penalty taking. Just absolutely unbelievable penalty. He's in on the act. The initial pass from Garner was actually supposed to be over to Vidal, but obviously under-hit the pass. But we managed to get something from it. 20 goals in the Premier League from Vidal this season as well. Having a winger contribute that many goals for us has been vital, I would say. Considering sometimes Elias and Estrada could be a little bit low sometimes on their stats. To see Vidal grab 20 goals as well as getting some goals in the Champions League as well. Really impressive to see. As Estrada done really well there. Finds Luca Netz, who will try and burst forward but is dispossessed. And now Estrada trying to get back at Baron Shea, but Edwards will keep him company. The Spaniard has to go back and actually plays the ball straight out of play. I think that's summed up for us this afternoon, really. Not seen too much of Jacob Ramsey in the second half of this season, but has come up big when needed. Although Fana again with a really good tackle. And Garner could have been away there for a fifth as Tanganga tries to get in the way. And it's a good strike. Forces the save from Galaxy. It will fall to a Forest man though. Oh, and well, again from point blank range. Not too sure how much Galaxy knew about that one, but it's going to be a corner and it's a poor one. Headed away. Header only as far as Zakani though. On as a substitute. Zakani with the long ranger. And Galaxy, it's fairly comfortable for the Hungarian. There's a ball in there. Oh, and he just intercepted. Not quite finding the gaps. They've certainly learned their lesson in this second half, Forest. They're definitely not allowing us to find the gaps that we necessarily did in the first half nets. We'll find Carter and he's just dispossessed. They're a different animal in this second half, Forest, defensively. You'd think it would be the other way round, that after getting a bit tired they would be exploitable, but apparently not. Another sub for us. Marquinhos is going to get a rest, and Elanga is going to come on for the final 10 or so. Has a deep cross in, to be fair, but Edwards gets this one away, and Elanga can't get the ball under control, but Garner just about comes out fighting, and Elanga could use his pace now to get away. Has got Wesley Fofana for company though, but Elanga is away, and Elanga will score. It's a lovely, simple finish. It is 6 for Peterborough as Elanga. Lovely celebration. I don't even know where that's from. I don't know who originated that, but yeah, Fofana was keeping pace, but eventually I think the tiredness setting in. Elanga's fresh legs, just the speed, allowed him to get clear of Fofana, allowed him to settle, to pick his spot. He picked the far corner, and he's made it 6. A superb day. Well, what a fitting way as well to say goodbye to our fans in this series. A very convincing win. A 6-1 to end this season. The fans go mental. And well, that man, his first half display, absolutely impeccable. 4 goals from 4 shots in this game. Absolutely superb. And as I said, what a fitting way to say goodbye to our fans in this series. Well, the better of the game statistically. Liverpool win, City lose, United turn it around against Arsenal. So there you go. Well, that's how things stand heading into the final game. Don't know who Chelsea play though in the final game. Arsenal plays City, Chelsea at home to Everton, who are 9th. So maybe we can pray, but it looks like we're going to finish 3rd in this. Well, even if they draw and we win, and we will finish above them. So we hope that Everton do us a favour as we hunt for 2nd place. So this is our Villa line-up then on a wet and miserable final day of the season. Butker in goal, Gilbert, House, Cody and Bailey at the back, our own Devon Bailey. Then Donker and Moretti in midfield, O'Reilly and Zerban in behind George, and former channel favourite Fabio Silva. Watkins on the bench. Not much else going on for Villa, so not the greatest side. We are unchanged. I did deliberate making changes ahead of the Champions League final, which is actually this weekend. This is being played, I think, on a Sunday, and the Champions League final is the following Saturday. But even still, yeah, because I want to secure that last or 2nd spot, I should say, as Garner puts that just wide, looking to start this game as he did the last one. But yeah, I really want to secure that 2nd spot, and even 3rd is under threat from Liverpool. So I wanted to play a full strength team to try and secure, that final or best position we can in the league. As the ball works his way out to Gilbert, looking for a return ball to Fabio Silva. That's overhit, but Estrada really does well in the middle, and Estrada, desperately trying to find Joseph Garner, and he does get the ball there eventually. Cody with his man, and he tries to play it back to Estrada. That's unlucky for Jankovic. Did really well to cut that out actually, but ball found to Kyle George, tries to play it through for the youngster O'Reilly, but well cut out on Marquinhos. That's a lovely turn. Now Elias, literally one more. Jankovic will find Garner, and Garner will have the strike, and he will power that one past Butker, and he does start this game as he means to go on started the game as he did the last one, certainly as he means to go on. He'd love to equal the appearance and goal record. Could have taken that even closer, to be fair. Again, in off the underside of the bar, just the pure power that beats Butker. He looks furious with his defenders. Well, it says a new competition record of 34 goals. I'm pretty sure he shattered that last season, but even still, the goals just keep flowing for our main man. And Villa, now they've conceded, look a bit ropey, that's safe to say. Elias into Garner, and he has 2 in just a matter of moments. His 35th of the season, and we are absolutely rampant in the last couple of episodes. Couldn't quite do this to Man United. It would have been nice, but just picking apart Forest and Villa at will. And Garner, again, on course for a hat-trick, maybe even 4 goals once again. But that was far too simple. A lovely turn from Elias on the spot. to just reverse it and play it in the path of Joseph Garner. Oh, they almost give the ball away, Villa. And it's, inside quarter of an hour or so, and we've made just as strong a start as we did in the last one, although we've allowed Zerbin to get through there. Thankfully, Galaxy has saved our bacon. Without, that's a poor touch. He's dispossessed. Really well intercepted though from Ronnie Edwards, and without could find Joseph Garner again, and this is just terrible from Villa. And Garner will score. He will have his hat-trick as Butker does his best to wipe him out and rule him out of the Champions League final, but he's heading into the Champions League final in quite exquisite form. 7 goals in 2 games, and there's still plenty of this one to go. Villa, I don't know how, I know in recent years on this game, in this series, they've struggled in terms of the Premier League and their finishing positions, as Tanganga's done really well to stay with Zerbin and dispossesses him brilliantly there, Japhet Tanganga. And again, we can come forward. Marquinhos in a bit of a foot race here with Devon Bailey, but the Brazilian is going to get away from the American. Marquinhos into the area, and Marquinhos, oh, it will fall into the net. The power and the backspin on the shot, just getting the better of Butker. Hit it so hard that even though it hit the keeper's hands, it just span backwards over him, and it is into the back of the net, and it is 4-0. We're running absolutely rampant. Just, well, we kind of did in the game last season, although that did finish 5-4 to us with a couple of late goals from Arne Sigurdsson to help us on our way. But yeah, Butker just beaten by the power there. From that close in, to be fair, sheer power on the strike, not a lot really the keeper could do. Did well to get hands on it initially, and they may have given the ball away again here at Villa. I hope for their sake that they're not sort of trying to rely on this result to help them survive this season, because we may have, well, not only are we embarrassing them, but we may be relegating them as well. Oh, Zabani. Terrible goal to concede. We can't keep clean sheets. That's our problem. Only kept 7 last season. I don't even know how many we've kept this season, but yeah, Zabani, not too sure what he's trying to do there, but Zerbin, time, space, just powers it past Galaxy. Not really a lot he can do from that position. And kind of the same feelings as the Forest one. We're just cruising, absolutely flying, and then we concede a goal and you just feel a bit deflated. But we got 6 there. How many can we get at Villa Park? That's the question. As Garner is into the area, we'll find Marquinhos. He will have a strike, and this time Butker does get enough on it to keep it out of goal. It's Bulka. I thought it was Butker. I thought it was an L with one of the little accents through it, like Polish. Or maybe it is. It's just not on the shirt, even still. Marquinhos. Ball in. Aiming for Vidal, who rises well, but can't keep the header down. And it is well over the bar. Oh, Silva's in it. And he tries, well, he found Caio George. Is that Caio George? I think it's Caio George. But again, we're a mess defensively. It's a really good finish from the young Brazilian. But again, just dispossesses Zabani, absolutely wiped out. We leave gaps. It's a really good pass from Silva. I was expecting him to shoot, but it's a lovely finish. And we've just really taken our foot off the gas since going 4-0 up. It's all, I mean, yeah, the game is won. There's no question about that. But, well, I say that. We carry on going the way we are, and it might not be. We can let's down this left-hand side. Gets a lovely ball into Vidal. Oh, that's not quite what I wanted. But we'll find Elias. Oh, it almost fell for him at the second time of asking. But there goes the half-time whistle. An even more entertaining first half than the one against Forest somehow. It's 4-2. Not many travelling Peterborough fans, it seems, in the away end. But, yeah, Garner. Hat-trick in the first half. Again, Chelsea drawing. That's good enough for us to finish second as it stands. And now Vidal. Oh, can he continue with his incisive corner counters? It looks like he can. Christian Vidal. Oh, I was going to... Oh, how has it not gone in? I literally, was just... Because Elias had got there, my plan was just to sweaty it. Oh, and they're in behind it. Is he not offside? He's not. Caio George is in. Oh, that's a great pass. And Zerbin is 4-3. How is it 4-3? We should have scored at the other end. My intention was to square it to Elias because he was there. Vidal overruns it. We've had a couple of bites of the cherry. Jankovic has a strike that's blocked. Oh my God, Elias. And Estrada's just run past him. What are we doing? Good defending, Estrada. Yeah, Jankovic just has a strike that's blocked. Oh. And then Elias, similar. And now it could be 4-4 if we don't get our act together quickly enough. George. Oh, that's going to... Someone... Oh, Jesus. Has found a ball to Ghana, and surely now this should be game, set and match. And while that should be that, absolutely rifled into the top corner from Joseph Garnett, this time on his left peg. But with either foot, he's going to find the back of the net. Another 4 goals for him in this game. Oh, okay, there's not many fans up top, but the bottom tier, we're packed out, which is good to see. But a lovely ball from Marquinhos. Make sure he plays it away enough from the defender so that Ghana has got plenty of time to pick his spot and rifle it and pass Woodcut. 5-3. No more defensive nightmares, please. Jesus. And we'll try and get this one across to Jankovic, and we do. And it is 6 again for Peterborough. We are running riot. We've survived the storm. And, well, we're putting Villa to the sword once again. Once in the first half, now in the second. That's what I wanted Vidal and Elias to do earlier. If that had happened, we wouldn't have conceded the third. But Jankovic finds himself on the score sheet. We will win this game. There is no question about that anymore. Time for some changes. Not too far out. Alright, he steps up. Gets it over the wall. Oh, that's so unlucky. Hits the outside of the post. Deserved a goal, that strike. Did so well to get it up and over the wall. But just wasn't to be. As Ramsey is going to go for a little bit of a run, the substitute. And Jankovic, look at the desperation again. Garner has the header. Woodcut does enough just to get it around the post. There's Marquinhos with the late ball. Garner is there. Garner header again over the bar. Doesn't look like he's going to equal the appearances to goals ratio, as it's a long ball forward and we deal with it well. Oh, and that's a loose touch from the midfielder, but Garner's tackle falls to a Villa man as Marquinhos looks to come forward here. He has a man in his way. Oh, and he almost ran through and past the whole Villa back line there, but it will finish this one. Final game of the Premier League season, 6-3. Well, we only have good games at Villa Park, it seems. 9 goals last season, 9 goals this season. A slightly different split, but 6 goals in each of our last 2 Premier League games. That confidence must set us up incredibly well for the final, the Champions League final in just a few days' time. How does it finish, the Premier League? That is the question. Well, we won't find out there. The final's at Old Trafford as well, the Champions League final. Surely that's a psychological advantage. But anyway, Premier League, we finished 3rd. Chelsea must have got a win in the end on the final day against Everton, despite drawing at half-time. They did, 3-2. So it is an improvement on last season. We end up 10 points adrift of United, who win the Premier League in rather comfortable fashion. Disappointing that we couldn't finish 2nd, just run out of steam at the last, it seems, but it is an improvement. 4th last season, 3rd this season, 97 goals. Again, it's that goals against column that we really need to sort out. Best goal difference of anyone around us. But yeah, if we're going to be title contenders, we cannot be conceding 60 goals a season. But anyway, that is how the top 4 finishes. City in 5th, Arsenal 6th, Spurs 7th. Leeds, a good season for them. By all means, we'll have a look through the rest of the table. If any of these are your teams. Newcastle, really shocking season by their standards. Villa, okay, well they had already survived then. Palace, Bournemouth and Norwich it is that get relegated. That is how the Premier League finishes. But our season isn't done yet. Champions League final to finish the series against PSG at Old Trafford. Join me, won't you, for that one in our final game of the series, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this one. If you have, Pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel. And I will see you for a European final.